that are on land that's privately owned are being displaced, and as they have no understanding or conception of what is going to happen in terms of rebuilding efforts to provide people with temporary shelter. The last reports we've seen is that of all the money that's been donated for relief efforts in Haiti, only one temporary shelter has been constructed, and we feel this is outrageous. And we're raising concerns as to the continued delay that's taking place in providing people with shelter. And we also need to understand that the American Red Cross has a particular responsibility, because the International Federation of Red Cross Societies and Red Crescent Societies is the head of the humanitarian organization Shelter Cluster, which is supposed to be directing the provision of shelter for folks in Haiti. So it's about time that people spoke up and really pushed the Red Cross to be accountable.
That's right.
And to not treat Haitian lives as if they are less important than lives of other people, than lives of Americans, right? Than lives of folks in Europe, right? And that really this is a humanitarian crisis that's been allowed to continue and allowed to fester because people are not taking the situation seriously.
Release the resources.
So I'm going to pass the microphone over to Lionel Jean-Baptiste with the Haitian Congress to fortify Haiti.
Right on, brother. Hello.
Good morning, everybody. The objective here is not to manage the perception that the Red Cross is the enemy. That's not where we're coming from. Where we're coming from is to bring to the forefront of the minds of the American people the urgency that the Haitian people are facing and the roles that NGOs like the Red Cross have played historically. There are 10,000 non-governmental organizations on the ground in Haiti. They've been able to exist in a privileged condition. They've been able to, some of their workers go to Haiti, live well. And in terms of, we understand from a historical standpoint that often we've had to raise the issue of accountability in terms of administrative overhead, how the monies are being spent. And the reality is when Red Cross and other non-governmental organizations are on the ground in Haiti, it's not about trying to build capacity. It's about trying to pace themselves, manage a perception as if they are answering to the needs of the people, when in fact, when we check the reality, for there to still be 1.5 million folks under tents made up of tops, made up of cloth, is a reflection that the urgency is not being addressed. And to still have 2/3 of the money in their coffers, while there are organizations on the ground, there are partners that they could build relationship with to implement programs to make sure that housing is built. There are people to be hired to participate in the process of housing, of building housing. That work is not being done. In the United States, we have a number of Haitian American organizations. We have a diaspora that is made up of close to 3 million people. These individuals are prepared to engage with the Red Cross in trying to build some long-term partnership in building strategy to make sure that there is a response, a direct response to the needs of the people in Haiti. Red Cross came out here today, and that's a good thing. And they submitted a report to us, a 6-month report that says exactly what we are talking about. That they still have 2/3 of the millions that they have amassed. They continue to collect a bunch of money. They're held out to be legitimate saviors, when in fact the masses of people are not getting the kind of support, the kind of assistance to come out from under the hurricane, to come out from under the rain. It is a real tragedy that is going on. Families, when it rains, when the hurricane comes, these families are sitting in mud. These families have had to use buckets to try to empty water out all night long, not being able to sleep. A lot of these camps have no hygienic facilities, and so diseases are flourishing. We're saying with the $468 million that have been collected, a lot more should be done. That's where we are, and we believe that the Red Cross needs to be held accountable for being much more productive.
Release the
So
resources.
at this particular point in time, I believe my friend Ali Kaba from the United African Organization is next.
Thank you.
Right
Thank
on,
you so
Ali.
much.
Right on.
Thank
Right
you.
on.
I'm Ali Kaba, ALIEKABBA, with the United African Organization. On behalf of the United African Organization, we are proud to stand with our Haitian brothers and sisters today to express our collective concern about the slow pace with which the American Red Cross has managed the disbursement of donated funds in Haiti.
That's right.
It is unconscionable that in the face of tremendous relief and reconstruction needs, the American Red Cross seems to be much faster in spending money on five-figure salaries, hotels, car rentals, air-conditioned offices for its staff, instead of spending the money for real people with real needs on the ground.
Go ahead.
Months after the tragic earthquake that hit Haiti in January, it is crystal clear that there is a long road ahead to rebuild the nation. My friends, history has taught us that no meaningful progress will take place without the active engagement of Haitians in the reconstruction efforts.
That's right.
It is imperative that some of the remaining funds of the American Red Cross should be directed towards Haitian grassroots organizations that are actively involved in leading relief efforts and community development initiatives at the local level. They should be consulted and engaged in the decision-making process because they live in their own sovereign nation. Long after the cameras and attention span of those of us who have donated funds to Haiti have shifted to another issue, Haitian-led organizations and institutions will continue the arduous task of rebuilding the nation. Therefore, it makes absolute sense to invest in building the capacity of these organizations as a matter of principle and sound policy.
That's right.
My friends, the American Red Cross must be held to the highest standards of transparency and accountability.
That's right.
Our collective voice today speaks to the urgency of our demands and a clarion call to the American Red Cross that doing the right thing in Haiti requires an immediate prioritization of their relief efforts.
Release the resources.
The dignity of the Haitian people is sacrosanct. A proud people who successfully ended the brutal era of slavery and French colonial occupation of their nation deserve our respect and solidarity in their hour of need. Long live Haiti, and let the American Red Cross spend the money in Haiti now. Thank you.
Haiti.
Spend the money now.
Haiti.